Good afternoon. My name is Liam Caraway, and today I'll be demonstrating a workout that I created for my group exercise leadership project for my 4430 exercise leadership course. Today's workout is going to be a high intensity interval training workout, and our target focus is going to be increasing the heart rate, working on the core or pillar, interchangeable terms, and the lower body. And so it's important to note that for this workout, we'll be going 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest between each exercise, and we'll be doing 2 circuits of each exercise. It's also important to note that both these exercises are easily progressed and regressed, and they're suitable for the majority of the general population. And so without further ado, I will get into a little tutorial and demonstrate the workouts and exercises, and then I'm going to do a warm-up and then hop right into it. The first exercise that I have programmed is a side lunge or lateral lunge, as it's been called. So with your feet wider than your hips and your shoulders, you are going to lean down to the right side, and you're going to break parallel on the knee, and I'll show it from the side so you can see it. You're going to break down, and while maintaining a straight leg on the other side, return to the starting position and do the rep again on the same side. So from the side, you can see it as that. As you can see, my knee and my hips are breaking parallel. Return to starting position and go on the other side. You want your toes facing forward on this. The next exercise that I have programmed are squat jumps. Similarly to the side lunge, you want your knees and your hips to break parallel, break 90 degrees, and we're going to do that for 30 seconds again. So squat jump would look something like this. Your feet just outside your hips. Your weight on the back of your heels. Go down and then jump. And that's squat jump. Next exercise that I have programmed are lateral bounds. And lateral bounds are kind of similar to side lunges. However, you are actually exerting force off the ground. So side lunge will look something like this. With your feet wider than your hips and the weight on the inside of the balls of your feet. So it may look a little awkward. Your knees are going to be internally rotated, and then you're going to bounce. And again, the other side, same thing. Balls on the weight of the feet and bounce. Do that for 30 seconds. The exercise I have planned after that is a Romanian deadlift, or RDL as it's commonly seen. An RDL, what you're going to do, you have your knees slightly unlocked, not fully extended, not bent, but slightly unlocked. And you're going to hinge at the hips, and while keeping a straight back and straight neck, you're going to hinge at the hips, sit into your glutes and your hamstrings, and then pull yourself to starting position. So an RDL would look something like this. The next exercise I have us to do is a sumo squat. In this, you're going to get your legs pretty far apart. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into the squatting position. However, you're going to drive your knees outward and almost be using these muscles, the internally muscles, to push yourself back up as well as your glutes. So a sumo squat would look something like this. And finally, the last exercise I have for us to do will work on the core or the pillar. We're going to do plank reaches. In plank reaches, they're going to be a little more challenging for some individuals, but you're going to get into the prone position. And with your knees slightly unlocked, as you can see my arms in front of my shoulders, I'm going to extend and touch. Extend and touch. Another purpose of this exercise besides core strength, you want to prevent rotation of the hips or the core. So you want to keep that back and hips as stable as possible. We're going to do each of these workouts 2 times, and that's going to be the circuit, and then we'll conclude that with a cool down. This workout is best fit for the majority of the general population. However, some may find that some of these exercises may be too hard or too easy. These exercises are very easy to regress or progress. You can just add weight. And so for the second round of the workout, I'll be adding weight, and the weight I'll be using a 1-gallon water jug. So after this little brief intro, I'm going to get into a warm-up, and we'll start it. For a warm-up, we're going to do some internal and external rotations on each side. We're going to get 8 on each side. But make sure to keep your foot fully on the ground with all your weight planted into your opposing leg that's not rotating. All right, next 45-degree extensions of the feet. Again, keep all the weight into one leg, and you're going to extend 45 degrees as far as you can. You get 5 on each side. Next, we're going to go into some glute bridges. They're going to be on your back for that. And you're going to get 8 glute bridges. Assisted leg lowering next. We get 5 on each side. Make sure to keep your heels dorsiflexed. That means pulling them back towards your kneecaps. Next, we're going to go into a dynamic warm-up called a bretzel. This is when you're going to lay on your left side, and with your bottom arm, hook the top leg, and your top arm, hook the back leg. And you're going to exhale and try to bring your top shoulder to the ground. 1 breath on each side. Switch sides. All right, this is called a bretzel 2.0. With your heels on the ground, toes up, hands up, you're going to drive your left leg into the ground, followed by your right, and then plant that left arm, and then feed your right arm through. 1 breath. And without arms, lift your right knee, left knee, down right, down left, and feed it through. Same thing, hands up, left knee up, right knee up. Now we're going to hop on this left knee, this left leg, and do an exercise dynamic warm-up called a pigeon. And to progress this exercise, if you want to make it more difficult, you can dorsiflex your back foot and curl your knee up. Same thing on your right side. Now we're going to go into quad T-spine rotations. Get on all 4, your shoulders stacked above your hands, your knees placed beneath your hips. You're going to take your right hand, put it at the base of your back, and you're going to rotate your T-spine as well as your elbow upwards. You get 5 on each side. We're going to go into extension, hip extension. So in the push-up position, you're just going to drop the hips down. All right, and then driving your heels to the ground, get your hips up. You get back in line. Take your left leg, drive your right heel down, bring your left leg up. Back in line. Left heel down, right leg up. And from this, we're going to go into Spider-Man T-spine rotations. All right, this concludes the warm-up. You can grab a quick sip of water if you'd like. I am, and then we're going to go into the workout. All right, here we go. The first exercise we're doing is lateral squats. All right, 10-second break. We got squat jumps next. 30 seconds of squat jumps and then a 10-second break. All right, lateral bounds. All right, we have some RDLs. All right, we got some sumo squats. Here we go. All right, last exercise of round one. Then we get a break. All right, this concludes circuit one. And we're going to take a little break, either get some water, and we're going to come back and get circuit two. Okay, so for the next portion of the circuit training, I'm going to progress some of these workouts by holding a 1 gallon water jug for increased resistance. And so I hope that our break was good. I hope you caught your breath a little bit. We're ready to jump right back into it, keep the heart rate elevated, get the blood pumping into the legs. So here we go with circuit 2, starting off with lateral squats. It's important to note that while you're holding this increased resistance, weight, whatever it may be, keep it close to your body. You don't want it going out because that can throw your balance off. Keep it close to your body. All right, 10-second break, then we got squat jumps. I'm going to set the jug down for lateral bounds. All right, RDLs. All right, sumo squats. All right, last exercise. Here we go. You have 30 seconds of plank reaches. All right. This concludes circuit training. Now we're going to go into a static stretching cool down. So since we worked the legs pretty heavily, that's where our stretching focus is going to be. So to start out, spread the legs. And while keeping the knees straight, we're just going to drop the hinge at the hips and drop down. We're going to hold these for 10 to 20 seconds each. All right, feet together. And bring it down. And placing your hands on your shins, breathe in and work your way back up and exhale. All right. Now placing your left foot in front, drop that right knee back and lean forward. Only to the point where you feel discomfort. Not to the point of pain, only discomfort. We're going to get that back foot up and we're going to lean forward and hold. Go. All right, we're going to switch sides. All right, we're going to sit back on our butts. We're just going to not get a super intense stretch. Just place your hands on your shins and work them forward. Get your toes up in the air, straight in the air. Knees locked out. All right, switch. You're going to tuck your left leg in. And while keeping a hand on that foot that's on the ground, you're going to lean forward with that right hand. Try to hook that foot. And if you can, lean forward at the torso to get an extra hamstring stretch. And we're going to hold. Good, now we're going to switch sides. And we're holding. Okay? We're going to bring it in for the yoga term, happy baby, or for what some of us call the butterfly stretch. You're going to take your heels and try to drive them to your groin and push your knees down with your elbows. Okay? And let's shake it out. This concludes my group exercise leadership project for Exercise Leadership 4430. I hope this was informative, and thank you for watching.